Hello, my name is Brennan Mendez-Lynch, and today I'll be presenting on the Hague Law for International Child Abduction. This law was completed in the Netherlands at the Hague in 1980. The convention establishes international law for handling cases in which children are abducted from one country to the other. Countries that are part of the Hague Law are expected to help return abducted children to their original residence. Other issues like custody and child support can be resolved by local jurisdictions once returned. The convention contains certain exceptions that permit the best interest of the child to override the mandatory return of a child from one country to the other. This law is an example of injustice because the original authors of the convention only focused on the rights of the left-behind parent. The design of the Hague Law supports the left-behind parent by paying for all legal fees and by giving economic and political support. But what if the fleeing parent leaves with the children to find refuge from physical or psychological harm? In some cases, the authors produced an inaccurate picture of child abduction. The writers of the law didn't anticipate that the left-behind parent might be doing harm to the child, forcing them and the abused or fleeing parent to cross international borders for safety. However, the Hague Law still stands and often helps the abusive parent to recuperate the children. This can cause a risk of psychological harm, physical harm, and dangers to their development. It also violates the child's basic human rights. Because of this, I see the Hague Law as an injustice. In order to understand my injustice, you should know that there have been recent changes to the Hague Convention. In 2007, the country of Switzerland took important action to protect children who were being harmed by the Hague Convention. In 2005, an important meeting in the Netherlands to review the operation of the Hague Convention, country after country, including the United States and Argentina, recognized that domestic violence is frequently raised in Hague cases. This law was first demonstrated in a well-known movie in the 80s called Not Without My Daughter. I believe it is important that we study and know about this injustice because the Hague Convention for International Child Abduction can become a weapon in the arsenal of some abusers to continue their harm, and too often courts do little to stop this. The United States and other countries should follow Switzerland's example and adopt similar reforms. U.S. courts should follow their lead as the opportunities arrive in individual cases. The new Swiss reforms act as a concrete reminder that members of the Hague can minimize the negative consequences that the law makes for particular children. The Swiss reforms will reduce the number of children negatively impacted and will do so within the spirit and the framework of the Convention. There are several things that this injustice shares with the book To Kill a Mockingbird. For example, in the book, there are many people who have to be courageous throughout hard times, including Atticus and Tom Robinson. In the Hague cases, children also have to be courageous when they are separated from a parent and when they are violently mistreated. Another theme in the book that shares with the Hague Law is that they both deal with injustice. In the book, Tom Robinson was wrongly convicted of rape when all the evidence showed he did not do this. But the jury was all white. In that era, a white man's word meant much more than a black man's word. So Tom was sent to prison. In my injustice topic, children are sent back to their abusive parent all the time when no one listens to them. This is also a great act of injustice. I have found many similarities between my book and the Hague Law injustice, but these are the most important in my opinion. To round it all up, I believe that this injustice will be resolved one day in the near future. I believe that justice will be served for all the children who have been returned to an abusive parent. The negative outcomes will be greatly reduced and the children will have a voice. Does anyone have any questions?
You're all nervous and you did so well.